Hi everyone, Kim here with this week's live readings. Jump out and say hello, let me know you're here in the comments. How are you? We are 2 days past the full moon, so that real intensity of the energy of the full moon is just sort of slightly coming off the edge. How are you feeling? How was the full moon for you? I was really tired this full moon, and I'm not sure whether that was, the energies that we'd had with the cyclone the week before, possibly holding all of that energy. But then there was also the other side of it, which was, I had some really beautiful clients on Saturday, online and in person, and that felt like it filled me up, and yeah, just really enjoying that connection, and it makes me put a little bit more focus on, I've been doing such a lot of in-person local work. I just want to pop that reminder out there that I am here available wherever you are in the world. So I'll pop the links up again for you to book. You can either book a 30 or a 60-minute session. What I'm finding is that there seems to be, the value in sitting with somebody else is that it's not that I share anything that you don't already know, but what happens is that I will mirror things back to you, and I don't have all the noise that you have in your head, the self-doubt, the things that can cloud us from actually knowing which pathway to take. And when we have that conversation, it's actually you that gain the insights, and then you realize, yes, that's where I want to go, and then you're off again, and you've got your flow of energy happening, and your world is off again and nice. And this is the beauty of working with this, having people within our field that we can trust, that we can come to be with. I'm the same. I have that for myself. So, if you feel like you're at that place, we are at the turn of the seasons. We've got the autumn equinox or spring equinox, depending on which side of the world that you're in, coming up in about 4 days. So equinoxes are about balance. They're equal day, equal night. So the light and the dark is equal. So the invitation is around, where do you feel that you're out of balance, and what do you not feel that you can do to bring that into alignment. I know for me, I feel like I've got a lot of space, a lot of room, a lot of free time at the moment, and I keep reminding myself that in less than a month I've got 2 grandbabies arriving. So, well, a month, probably a month, and then maybe a week later, and one that's here in Australia. So it's going to get busy, and busy in a really delicious way. So enjoy where you're at, trust the process, do your own inner work, and then reach out if you need that support from somebody else. The comments are playing around again, so let me just refresh and see if we can't get some. Oh, there you all are. Excuse me while I just do this. Bear with me. I'm just back from my walk, so hello, everybody's here. Let me just catch up with this. Let's get this up. Hey Julia, nice to see you. Yes, of course. So let's put Julia down. I will pull an overall card in a moment. Hey, Regina, nice to see you. I'm unwell with chest infection, so lovely to see you. What do you need to get off your chest, Regina? My partner has had a chest infection as well, and I've been talking to him about that. You don't necessarily need to speak it to somebody, but to get it out of you. Put it onto paper, allow yourself to spill it out, and then burn it if that's how you feel that you need to do. So absolutely. Hey Beck, nice to see you as well. Hey Sharon, lovely to see you. Let me go ahead and I've written down all of those names so far, but I'm going to go ahead and pull an overall card, and then we'll get on and do some individual readings. There we go. Here it is, the masculine. So this is a lovely card too that allows us to, check in with the balance between our masculine and feminine. Our masculine is the, single pointed focus, the doer, the action, the provider, the protector, all of those energies. And, it is so often a default, I know through talking to loads of women and even men too, that if we go into the energy of not enough, so if we start to think, and we look in the bank account and we think the money's not flowing in as quickly as we would like it, or we feel in any way not enoughness, at our default program can be to go into our masculine, to do more. And the challenge actually is not to do that unless it's inspired by our feminine, by our heart, to actually take some action forward. Then of course that's the way. But I'm talking about that overdoing, that over pushing ourselves, that just pushing because there's some part of us that feels like that's what it is to be a good person, is to work. And, we have come too far in the shifting of consciousness for us to still buy that old paradigm. That is not the way. Of course there's effort, and of course there's things that need to get done. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. But it's about mindfully taking the action steps, not driving yourself and not being mean to yourself. So if you catch yourself going into that default program that you need to just get on and do more, or go out and work more, or do harder, be harder, see if you can't share a bit of love to yourself, sit with that energy, thank that masculine energy that is available to you when you need it. But we want this beautiful balance between the masculine and the feminine. So I hope that makes sense. Let me get on now, and we'll start the reading. So Julia, who is going to listen to this the replay later, and for anybody else that's listening to replays too, this might be the card for you. Beginnings, new doorways are opening. Look at that. There's new places to move into. So you may have felt this, you see there in the card the full moon, so you may have felt the opportunities starting to expand, and it's about walking through those, even if you don't fully understand what's on the other side. It's having the courage to take the steps, and take the next step, and take the next step. So this is a sign of encouragement for you, to encourage you that the steps you are taking are absolutely beautiful and on the right path, and that there's always loving guidance around for you. So really honoring yourself, celebrating your wins, really just, taking a moment to say, you know what, well done you, and encouraging yourself, and, and acknowledging yourself. Beautiful. What a nice card. Simple, to the point, lovely. Alrighty, Regina. Feel like there's a lot of clearing energy happening around you. So, move things around. Do you feel like there's, you want to shift some energy? Last week it was, I believe. Yes, it was last week. I felt like I needed to change up all the altars in my home and automize them. So I wanted the autumn colours to bring in, because, when we were in the Southern Highlands, we had all the autumn colours all around us in all the beautiful European trees. We don't have those or very few of them in Queensland, that change those beautiful colours. So I'm looking for the evidence of autumn in different ways, and I really felt that I wanted to bring those colours into our home so that they affect everybody in a positive way that lives within our home. So if you feel like you're wanting to move some energy, be gentle, because you need lots of rest and lots of water and lots of beautiful herbal teas whilst you clear that. And lungs is also about sadness, so allowing yourself to feel whatever you need to feel there, but also maybe you're wanting to shift some energy and changing up your altars. So did I actually pull the card for you though, Regina? that was Julia. No, I'm going to do that now. Felt like that was a glitch in the matrix then. That was weird. Okay, no problem. All right. Creation. So again, this is the conversation with the higher self. So whilst you're being quiet, and often the body will, is balancing itself out, right? Where our bodies know how to heal themselves, and that's not to say sometimes we don't need support from, herbs or therapy or Western medicine or Eastern medicine, whatever that is. But it also is slowing us down so that we can do a little more inner work. And right now this is calling for you to have a look at, and have that conversation with your future self. And what are your plans? Are they truly in alignment, or are you doing that thing that, so many of us that are compassionate and caring are prioritizing other people's lives? So spend a little time with that, Regina, and see how what comes from that. Let me just do a refresh here because these are just not playing games at the moment. Alrighty, let's go. Beck. There's a card or two jumping, but I'm just going to ask for one, please. Okay. Just going to ask just to take a breath, Beck, if you can. I mean, I know you can take a breath, but just... Yeah, there you go, that's better. Felt like you're sort of escalating a little bit up here. Maybe you've been rushing around a lot this morning. Okay, there we go. Resilience. So this card is, about the load that you're carrying. And, we can be carrying loads from past lives. So, what do you feel that you are carrying? Recently I was going through a feeling of this myself towards the responsibility that I have had around my parents, and feeling some, energy towards my estranged sister. And I, worked with it, and as I do, I will work with things, and if I get to a point and I feel like I'm, there's something more that I need to learn about this, a different perspective, I then may choose to go and sit with another healer, therapist, so that I get a different perspective. And there are times when we need that space held for us so that we can shift. So I chose to see one of the beautiful women that I support myself with, and she does family constellation work. And I tell you, if you've ever come across that work, it is powerful. So it really helped to shift that load that I was carrying around that sense of responsibility. It shed new light on it for me. So I don't know whether that work is the message for you, or whether it's about you journaling about what is the load, what is the burden that you feel that you're carrying that's weighing you down and that you've been carrying for a really long time. And is it time for you to, to release some of that so that you can stand a little freer in your own space? So I'll see and trust that message resonates with you, and you get just exactly what is poignant for you. All right, Sharon, beautiful Sharon. And if anybody wants, if anybody's in Sydney and they're going to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, then and you're wanting a reading, I highly recommend going and seeing Sharon. She will be there in the reader's room. Beautiful soul with amazing insight. So do yourself a favor and go and book in with Sharon. Peace. This is a reminder again, we talked about this on the weekend, the protection, right? This is just such a beautiful confirmation of that, and this image is beautiful. Maybe you want to take a picture. If you want me to send it to you, I can do that. You putting yourself in your bubble, making sure that you take good care of yourself this weekend. There's a lot of energies that you will be dealing with there, and your own peace is paramount. you must take good care of yourself, and this is for everybody, of course. So yeah, just another beautiful reminder, having sprays on your table. You know, I love to have the clary sage. I find is a beautiful one to take with me if I'm doing readings out in a public space. But you know, whatever the crystals, I've always got rose quartz. Hematite's a great one to have with you. Whatever your things are, you know what they are, and to continually be putting yourself inside that energetic bubble, coming back to heart space, coming back to yourself, and trusting in your divine team that's going to be there guiding you, supporting you, and having fun. Have some fun. Alrighty, let me do this because it really is not playing game. I mean, it is playing games. Is exactly what's going on there. So let's do it again. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, woo woo. Okay, Brooke, Hardy, how are you? Of course, you can have a card. Regina, yay! Congratulations, babies. Yeah, right. Ooh, so happy about that. It's been a long. This one in particular has been a long time in the making. Hey, Joanne, nice to see you, and of course you can. Hey, Linda, lovely to see you, and of course you can. Alrighty, hope you're feeling better, Linda. Alright, Brooke. Let's go. What are we receiving for Brooke today? Oh, yeah, it is that one. Beautiful. Let's go. Beauty. Noticing the beauty. You know, I read a post last week from a fairly big influencer out there in the personal development world, and the or the post was something about, you know, growth is painful. And I, you know, felt into that, and sure, there's truth to that, absolutely. But we don't have to suffer to grow. You know, we can grow through beauty, through, and in fact, I think that's how we always grow, is through love. So noticing beauty, you know, like all of us can relate to being moved by a sunset, or I've said this many times, you know, I've seen Andre Bocelli live a couple of times, and his voice just has a healing resonance. I mean, the first time I saw him, I think I spent the whole concert with tears streaming down my face. He just shifted so much energy in me and really opened my heart space. So that was through beauty, absolutely. Seeing nature, seeing children playing. Like, there's just food. I mean, I'm a big foodie. To have, you know, to take a bite of food and it just stops you in your tracks, where you just go, oh my goodness, those flavors. So noticing the beauty and maybe inviting more of that into your life. What makes your heart sing? What expands your heart? And then making sure that you're prioritizing that in your life, that you're getting enough of that as a way of balancing out you know, the more challenging parts. I hope that serves you. All right, Joanne. Okay, we never rush the cards. There we go. Growth. I'm just holding this card here for you to take a look at what you notice. Look at the strong foundation, the strength. It's like the, you know, the trunk of the tree, but then look at all the small pieces that are coming off that, and they eventually will turn into stronger and stronger limbs, if you like. There's the softness and the vulnerability, and you know, this is growth. Growth is all of it, and we really do need to allow ourselves to be soft and vulnerable at times so that we can expand into something new. So if you've been feeling a little bit vulnerable lately, trust the process. Don't be hard on yourself. Be kind, like you would any dear friend or anybody that you loved, because you could well be going through a growth phase in your life, and this too will become stronger, but it is very unfamiliar to begin with, so be gentle with yourself is the message today. Okay. Woo. Nice one. All right, Linda. No, there's two. We just want one for these smaller readings, please. Okay, there we go. Resistance. What we resist persists. Look at this image here. You know, you can't receive with a closed fist. It's just hanging on to what has always been, but by opening up, we release what no longer serves, and we allow the new to come for us to receive the new energy. Now, you mentioned to me on the weekend that you had some issues with your throat, so perhaps there's something that you're needing to voice, to let out. And again, it doesn't mean you have to voice it to the other person, but to acknowledge it to yourself, to do it in your journal, or to do it on a piece of paper and then bury it, burn it, or rip it up, change its form so that it is released and you can release it, let it go. Ask yourself why you're hanging on to something in particular. Does that resonate with you? Can something come to mind? I mean, it's very normal for us if we've been, you know, really busy and working hard or going through a lot of stuff. We just kind of keep soldiering on. We keep going. But it's when we actually stop, and sometimes our bodies, you know, cause that stop so that we can, you know, have some time to reflect and to get, you know, real with ourselves about what's really going on for us. And don't ever let anybody else minimize what's going on for you. Your truth is your truth. And, you know, a perfect time of the year for this to be occurring. So I hope you're allowing yourself some rest, some reflection, and allow yourself to express what needs to be expressed so that it can be let go and transformed. Ishan ayana katush, ish alayana ma ayana kata ish nini a is o I ana shniketeke o ayayana I ana ya ana akachapa. Light language talking about the importance of the change of the season and the opportunity that it gives us to pause and take a moment to reflect on what has been, to notice what is here now, and to intend into our future. Whew. Nice. Alrighty, let's just make sure we have addressed everybody here. Okay. Sharon, thank you so much, Kim, for the message and all the support about mind, body, spirit. Absolutely. Have fun. I know it's going to be a blast. Brooke saying lovely. Thanks, Kim. My pleasure. Now, I said I was going to go and grab those links. Let me do that while I'm waiting for anybody else that might be wanting to make a comment. In case you're looking for some further support, let me do that. Let's grab this one. Pop that there. Okay. And that's going. Alrighty. Just going to give it a few moments because it seems like it's being really slow. I'm just going to do a quick check on my phone to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Turn that right down. Okay. Alrighty. Maybe we have gotten to completion there. So the overall messaging here is to notice the change of the seasons and, you know, what is occurring for you, what can you be doing to slow down a little, to notice what shifts are happening for you. We don't want to just keep on going from the energy of summer and keep on surging through. It is time to stop. So I've popped that link there. If anybody would like to book a one-on-one, please do so. If there's anything else I can support you with. Sending you lots of love. Be gentle, be kind, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Lots of love, everybody. Bye for now.